Back again, Mary Kate.
Oh, Father Hector. It's nice to see you.
Not nearly as nice as it is to see you.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
What?
You know, Mary Kate, I've been in this business for a few years now. I'm starting to get good at it.
I don't know. My life just felt so empty all of a sudden, and I found myself here. I really don't know why.
I've got some coffee in my office. Let's look for some reasons.
How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Kathy, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Nick, on a roll this term. On a roll. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Dempsey.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. I just want you to know I think you're doing a hell of a job here.
Well, thank you very much.
As a matter of fact, I think you're the sexiest principal I've ever seen.
You're not so bad yourself.
You left your lunch in the car.
Oh, thank you. Sure you don't want me to come home for lunch?
I'm a working girl now, remember?
I know. Briefcase and heels drive me crazy.
Noticed.
Take the afternoon off.
Can't.
I'll wear my cape.
Promises. Maybe we'll do lunch another time.
I'm always available.
So can you spare it, Mr. Feldspar?
I ordered 2 dozen. This was all that they said. Take him or leave him.
I have 5 classes, Mr. Feldspar. 40 students in a class. That's 1 mouse per 200 students.
You're a teacher. Make it work.
Mr. Feldspar, the doctor's waiting for you in your office.
Thank you.
You sick, Jack?
Just a physical insurance policy for my wife.
Well, what about the mouse? He's gonna be pretty overworked.
Go out and buy another one from a commercial lab.
Make them. You hear that? Oh, Jack's gonna try to help you get lucky, homeboy. Wait a minute. How do I know if you're a male? Let's see. Oops.
Morning, Gus. You lose something?
Mouse, Harry, about yay big. You didn't see him, did you?
No, but if I do, I'll let you know.
Hey, Mr. Barnes. Want to sign my readmittance form?
How's your suspension, Reese?
You mean vacation? It was cool. About a week too short, though.
Yeah, well, with your attitude, I'm sure you got a shot at another one real soon. Come on.
What? It's a nice molding.
I think you need some time off, Mr. Butterfield. Ah, Mr. Kazmarek, my favorite teacher. What might you be doing this morning? Not resigning, I hope.
Why would I be doing that?
Oh, I don't mean to imply you don't give a damn about teaching or only here to collect a paycheck. No, no.
Well, take heart. My retirement comes up in 5 years.
Count the hours.
I don't appreciate your sarcasm, Mr. Denzer.
Sorry if I offended you. By the way, isn't it time for you to be getting back to class and dozing off?
What is with you, Reese? What is your problem?
Maybe you.
Why, because I don't cut you any slack?
Hey, let's be honest here. I script this much and you nail me.
So?
So there must be 100 kids in this school script as much, if not more, than me. You don't always come down so hard on them.
Well, maybe I think you need a tighter rein.
Maybe you don't like me.
Look, I try and give you the same shot I give everybody else.
Trying's one thing. Doing's another. It's okay, Mr. Barnes. I can live with it.
Okay, now after you read the book, we'll discuss plot, character, setting, point of view, symbol, irony, and theme. Now keep it down. We have got a lot to cover.
This is Johnny Reese. He needs a little motivation, maybe a little loving care, a little chicken soup.
Looks like he needs lag irons. Why me?
Because you're a teacher of great compassion, understanding, and patience. Also, he's been thrown out of every other English class in the school.
Harry?
I have no place else to put him. Well, just do your best. He's run out of chances. He knows it. I don't think he's going to give you any trouble.
Okay, everybody, we've got a new student joining the class. This is Johnny Reese. That was Johnny Reese. Would you excuse me for a moment? Hey, you! Hold it. Now, I hope you don't think you're going to be returning to my class tomorrow, because I don't want to see you again. I've got kids in there who want to learn, and I don't need anybody disrupting my class. Life's just too short. You don't give a damn about your education? I don't give a damn.
Lift, 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 lift. Ever have diphtheria, typhoid fever, whooping cough, VD?
VD? Of course not.
What about drug
You're
use?
serious.
Have you had sexual intercourse in the last 3 years?
Of course I've had sexual intercourse in the last 3 years.
With any of the following intravenous drug users?
The only person that is only Mrs. Feldspar.
Very well. Has Mrs. Feldspar?
No!
Take it easy. 5 more seconds. Lift, lift, and stop.
I couldn't move another step.
Mr. Feldspar, have you ever experienced any shortness of breath, chest pains, nausea?
Of course, everyone has experienced nausea. What are you driving at?
What about pain running down your arm?
I have a pain, but it's not running down my arm. I'm sitting on it, and I have you to thank.
Sorry about that. I'll have him out in a second.
The door button for your door!
Sorry, Jack.
I'm sitting here in my undershirt.
I got it. Got it. Got it. Won't happen again. I got it.
I got it.
Ooh-wee, Mr. Feldspar. You know, I've got walk-in refrigerators in my weight-watching class with much better BP stats than this.
I find it extremely bad form to joke with a man in Mr. Feldspar's condition.
You going for that pie?
Be my guest.
Thank you. Interesting bit of trivia, Mr. Kazmarek. I've been checking up on the finer points of getting rid of a bad teacher.
Anyone I know?
Well, I think we both know him. If your students don't test up to the other English students in this school, your little Fanny is mine. Would you pass me that salad, please?
You're going to test my students.
Oh, thank you. Personally.
Why are you so good to me?
Well, let's just say I've taken a personal interest in you.
They'll test up to par.
Let's hope so, for your sake.
I appreciate your concern.
You've got 1 week, Kazmarek. Have a nice day.
No, I can't change the reservations. We're talking Pepe's on the Wharf here, the hottest restaurant in town.
I know, but can't you just push it up a little?
No, I can't push it up. Look, it took me 2 weeks to get it. They'll only take us at 6:30 or 11.
Then cancel.
What, on your birthday?
It's my birthday. There's something I want to do, something important.
Oh, sure, I understand.
It's very personal and very private, and I can't tell you about it. It's going to be taking up a lot of my time.
What is it?
I told you, it's personal. You know, you have to trust me more and not probe so much.
Mary Kate, should I be worried for you?
No. You should be happy for me.
Take these, press them out, I'll get the rest.
Don't eat my hat.
Anyone who wants to call their parents, please use my phone. You don't have to tell them where you are, just let them know you're safe.
The Runaways,
definite lines. Don't be afraid to let your creativity come through.
That's...
Sandy, this is wonderful. You really think it's good? I'm an art teacher. I know these things. It's great. Who is she?
She's nobody. Just a lady.
She's a beautiful lady. She looks like you.
She does not. I'm not even pretty.
Let's see if he's back. Sandy, if I said anything to hurt your feelings, I'm really sorry.
It's okay, you didn't.
It's just that this picture of your mother, she looks so nice and sad like you.
Who said it was my mother? I didn't say it was my mother.
I guess I just assumed.
I gotta go.
I really messed that one up, didn't I?
Well, let's just say you went a little too fast. Look, Mary Kate, I understand how hard it is. It's hard for me, too.
How can you not try and find out why they ran away or try and talk them into going back?
We'll get to that. When they trust us, it has to come from them. That's the deal we make with them. We give them shelter. Sometimes we clothe them.
And don't you think that maybe sometimes they need a little push?
Mary Kate, we cannot break faith with them. If we do that, we risk losing them altogether.
Mr. Barnes wants to see me? You mess up again. I guess you call it that. Don't feel bad. Mr. Barnes not only busts students, Johnny, he busts teachers, too.
You wait in my office.
You think it's really a good idea to include students in what's going on between us, Charlie?
What's going on, Harry? I'm just wasting my master's degree working here in the rubber room waiting for my hearing, thanks to you.
No. Thanks to you. I'm not the one that cheated on my competency exams.
That's right. You're the one who faked on me. But don't get me wrong. I love it here. Stapling little things for Roberta, answering phones, filing memos.
I wasn't happy to do it, Charlie. But if I had to do it again, I would.
That's the difference between us, Harry. I never would have done that to you.
I put you in Miss Newhouse's class to give you one last chance. Walking out was dumb. Why did you do that?
Looked boring. Miami Vice, it wasn't.
Oh, so now we're obligated to entertain you?
Couldn't hurt.
Okay, what would you do if you were me? You've been thrown out of every class in the school. I've got no place to put you.
Give me another shot at Newhouse's class.
Why?
Because she was straight with me. She doesn't like me either, but at least she told me.
You followed me?
I was worried about you. Oh, you know, I don't see what the big secret is. I mean, if you ask me, tutoring runaways is pretty darn noble.
Keep it down. I didn't want anybody to know. I'm not doing it to be noble. An act of charity should be a private thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have followed you, and I apologize.
Are you close to your parents?
Yeah, I guess.
How close?
I don't know. Close. My mother would kill for me. Why?
I haven't seen my mother in 4 years.
When you said let's do lunch, I was thinking of something a little more elegant.
You don't think tuna casserole is elegant?
Well, they do crumble potato chips on top. It does make it nice.
Sit over here. Sid, sit over here.
God, you look good.
Women with power turn you on, huh, kid?
Yeah. You gonna be late again tonight?
I don't know.
As if you're not, I've become quite an expert with the wok. How does chicken and black bean sauce sound, huh? I know, you've had it before, but not the way I make it. The trick is in mixing the garlic cloves with the black beans. You chop, you don't crush. The oil has to be really hot, and I braise it for about 2 minutes.
Joe, I'm pregnant.
Then I throw the chicken in. You're what?
Have to repeat it?
How could this happen?
You were there.
I mean, are you sure?
They're cremating the rabbit even as we speak.
I don't know what to say.
I'm a bit taken aback myself.
How pregnant are we?
10 weeks.
10 weeks?
Right after I started working. It's a briefcase and heels, baby.
Did you suspect something sooner?
Well, of course I did. I thought I was going into menopause. This is not the change of life I was thinking of, Joe.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Hi, Sarah.
When I heard you got that publishing job, I thought that was terrific.
Yeah, it is terrific.
Don't be surprised if I come knocking on your door someday with a novel. So congratulations again.
Yeah. What are we gonna say to our kids?
What are we going to say to anybody?
It was when I left the church. She can't forgive me for it.
Well, but you're her daughter. I mean, what kind of mother would turn her back on her daughter?
She didn't turn her back on me. We turned our backs on each other. She wanted me to be something that I wasn't.
Yeah, well, don't you ever think about seeing her? I mean, calling her on the telephone. I mean...
Of course I do. Of course I do. I just think that she doesn't want to see me.
You don't really know that? I think you should call her.
Sandy. Oh, my God.
You're talking about cutting open my heart and putting it together only better?
We're not going to touch your heart. You have major blockage in 3 arteries that lead to your heart. We're going to bypass those arteries.
No, absolutely not. Forget it. No way.
Mr. Felsford.
Where's my wife? Is my wife...
She's in the waiting room.
There's got to be some way other than surgery. Now, what about putting balloons in my arteries? I've heard they do that now.
Believe me, I wouldn't be telling you this if it wasn't absolutely necessary.
You guys always say that. Maybe I should get another opinion.
Your angiogram wasn't lying. You're a very sick man.
When do you want to do it?
I'd like to prep you tomorrow morning.
That soon? Oh, I feel like crying.
Ms. Noss, thanks for letting me back in your class.
A little early for thanks.
Yeah. Why'd you do it?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a feeling I have about you. I hope I'm not wrong.
I hope so, too.
Why'd you want to come back to my class?
Because you were straight with me. You said it like it was.
I try.
You know, I miss a lot of time this semester. If you're willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn.
On the level?
On the level.
I don't give up my lunch break for lost causes.
It won't be.
Think about it.
What do you say, Pop?
Don't give me that, what do you say? Where the hell you been? You're 20 minutes late. We got work to do.
I'm here to talk to a teacher.
Talk to her on your own time. Just don't be late again, okay? You hear me?
Yeah.
And since when do you give a damn about teachers anyway?
This one's different. I think she's got a thing for me. So?
It's fine.
Fine? What does that mean? Fine.
It's a good start.
Why don't you level with me? Tell me the truth.
It's your first paper for me, Johnny.
I spent hours on it. I wanted you to like it.
I do like it. It's just that... Okay. You're running a lot of sentences together. Your thoughts aren't always clearly presented. I'd like to see you put more of yourself into it.
Why are you always soft sobre? Why can't you just say it? It stunk.
I'm not in the habit of telling my students their papers stink.
Why not?
Because it's not constructive.
Then what do you say when something really stinks?
I say it's fine. Yeah. It's really bad.
I was trying to make it sound deep.
Deep? What? Oh, the part about the camp?
I made that up. Do I look like the kind of kid that'll go to camp?
No.
What's so funny?
It's his paper.
The one I wrote about camp.
It stinks.
Maybe I ought to come back later.
You had to be there. Can I have that back? Maybe I can write it better.
He's opening up, Harry. I think I can get through to him.
You'd be the first.
He's starting to trust me.
Careful, Sarah.
Well, I'll try not to get too attached.
Hey, that was a friendly warning.
What have you got against this kid?
Let's just say he hasn't shown me anything yet.
A semicolon separates an incomplete thought from a complete thought in the same sentence.
Good. Martin, good. I am proud of you.
You are? You've never been proud of me before.
Well, I am now. Melanie, when do you use a colon?
When you're out of semicolons?
Don't be wise, Melanie. Come on, we've got a test coming up. Give it to me. Will anybody? Pretty.
A colon is used to signify the end of a complete thought in a sentence with more than one clause.
Now we're cooking. Ed, what are the requirements for a complete sentence?
Oh. A subject, a predicate, and a noun.
On the money, Melanie. Now let's talk verbs. Definition. Do you mind if I close this, Mr. Danzig? Teaching a class. What's a verb? Anybody.
People in our line of work should not drink milk.
Her parents think she was abducted. Should we tell them?
Mary Kate, you know the deal.
I know, but this is different.
You agreed right from the start.
But I wasn't involved then. I didn't know her parents' names. All we have to do is pick up the telephone.
We don't know anything about her parents. We could be sending her back to a terrible place.
She looks so sweet. Just looking at her, I find that hard to believe. Why would they advertise? They must care.
We don't know that.
You're a priest. Why wouldn't you try to find out?
Because I made a promise, and so did you. Look, I understand how you feel. We put a child back with her parents, but what about the others? What about the ones we keep off the streets? The ones we save from prostitution and drugs and pornography? What about them? Now, I'm going to ask you again. I want your promise. Mary Kate?
Promise.
It doesn't stink.
I tried doing just what you said. I'm putting myself into it.
I think you did.
It was hard. I mean, embarrassing. I wouldn't let just anyone else read it.
Well, I'm honored you let me.
What are you doing?
Grading your paper.
You're giving me credit for that? I thought it was just between us.
This is too good. This goes in your file. You got an A, Johnny. An A.
Where's June?
She just left. Surgery's not until tomorrow.
How'd she get home?
You think I'm gonna let my wife take the subway after they fed her all those tranquilizers? And one of the nurses put her in a cab.
Shouldn't we call the nurse or something?
Yeah, don't worry about him. He's going home tomorrow. Right, Gideon? June had that man in stitches. I tell you, nothing gets that woman down.
Well, I'll be back after the operation, Jack.
You going home already?
Yeah, I got a little something going on at home. It's a little too personal to talk about.
What is it, Joe?
Hey, you've got enough to worry about. You don't need to know about my problems.
Carol giving you a little more trouble, huh?
Well, I think I gave Carol a little trouble this time. Was there something else?
I'm a good vice principal, aren't I, Joe?
Sure.
Very good.
I think you're a damn good vice principal, Jack.
Joe,
Yeah?
this may come as a shock to you, but I consider you my best friend. Despite the aggravation over that rotten house you sold me, which may or may not have contributed to all this, and despite the fact that they chose you over me as principal, I like you, Joe.
Well, I like you, Jack. Always have.
You think I'm just spewing? It meant a lot that the first flowers came from you in this book you brought me. How'd you know I like mysteries?
Everybody likes mysteries.
But not Nero Wolfe. Nero Wolfe is special.
Hey, listen, you better get some rest. You're going to surgery pretty early.
Thanks, Joe.
You hang in there, you hear?
Joe? What do you think death is like?
I don't know. I guess it's okay. Peaceful.
The thought of it doesn't bother you?
It scares the hell out of me.
I lay here all day trying to figure it out. Make use of the clues as Nero Wolfe would. Religion and science, mysticism. I think it just ends, Joe.
Most people are afraid to face that possibility.
It takes a very rational mind.
You'll do fine.
I know. Thanks, Joe.
Sure.
Joe?
Jack.
I'm scared.
It was 7:35 when Inspector Kramer rang the front doorbell of the big brownstone.
Wolf was upstairs tending to his orchids. Fritz was in the kitchen in one of his rare moods. He and Wolf weren't speaking since the Duck Hollow rum incident.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
My keys.
You left them on the desk. I waited outside for them, then I came in.
Oh, I went out to dinner. How did you know where I lived?
Phone book.
Well, it's very thoughtful of you to bring in my keys. I think you should go now. I've got some test papers to grade and an early class tomorrow, so...
Are you afraid of me?
Of course not. Johnny, Mr. Barnes is downstairs. He'll be up here any minute.
I don't believe that.
It's true. He's just looking for a parking space.
I know you like me. Things you say to me all the time you give me.
Johnny, no. You're wrong. You are so wrong.
This is what you wanted, isn't it?
No.
Drop it? How do you know he won't come back? I don't believe you.
Stop getting crazy.
This kid just broke into your place.
I know that, Harry.
Well, what if I hadn't been around? What if he tries it again?
I don't think he will. He'd have to be pretty stupid to do that.
He was pretty stupid to try it in the first place.
Look, he thought I was interested in him. Now he knows I'm not.
So you're saying we do nothing. Is that it? I mean, we just let it go.
Did you ever think maybe he's not the only one responsible here? I'm his teacher, for God's sakes. I've been working closely with him for a week now. I should have seen this coming.
You think so? Why? Who the hell are you, Mother Teresa?
Oh, stop it. I just don't think we should get Danzig involved in this yet.
Well, what would you like to do? We're gonna have to do something.
I know that. But this isn't just a school matter anymore, Harry. This is a felony. What if the police have to get involved? This kid could have a record. This could affect his whole life. I'm gonna talk to him.
Oh, no. I'm the dean of boys.
I'll talk to him.
What? What are you looking at me like? What do you want me to do?
Tell me to do it.
All right. Do it.
I can't do it.
All right, just don't do
How can
it.
you be so heartless? Her parents are probably miserable not knowing where she is.
Mary Kate, you can't have this both ways.
I hate that. All right, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call Sandy's parents right now. Hello. This is, the, operator. I'm calling to check the line. I promised Father Hector I wouldn't call.
You didn't promise him that I wouldn't call.
No, thanks anyway.
What rate are you breathing him at?
What's the blood gas? Blood gases are normal. Yes, turn this down, please. We have failure.
Damn, we'll have to jump him. Defibrillator.
Ready the dopamine drip,
Move.
please.
Check this out.
Move. 8:56 a.m.
Keep that tight.
No bleeding, but heart will not convert to normal sinus rhythm after being taken off bypass pump. What's taking so long?
We're trying, Doc.
Ready. What's his BP? Temp 37C.
Hey, what's wrong?
Come on, let's
Stand
get
clear.
All right.
I'm floating.
No response. Can we get another reading?
Again, damn it.
What's going on down there?
Come on, let's get on this thing.
Is that me?
Come on. Let's do this to me.
My God, what are they doing to me? What is this place? Where am I? This is wonderful. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy. I know everything now. It's so simple. So simple. Wait. What's happening?
We got a pulse.
Where are we going?
We got a pulse.
Oh, no. No, I don't want to go back. I want to stay. I want to stay. Take me back. Don't take it away. Let me stay. Let me stay.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, it's about the test. Danzig. Oh, that's great. Yeah, when can we see him? Okay. Now, you take good care of our boy, you hear? Right. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Jack Felspar. He came through the surgery with flying colors.
That's nice. What about the tests?
You're a real armed guy, Kazmarek. You want that in a teacher. I decided to punt. I'm canceling the tests.
Why?
Just say that I was impressed by what I saw yesterday.
I feel a tug on the line, Mr. Danzig, but I'm not quite sure which end I'm on.
Can't you just take what I say at face value?
No. I see what you're trying to do. Loosen me up. Get me off guard. Well, it's not going to work. I'm going to keep teaching those little cretins, if only to deprive you of the satisfaction of beating me.
What the hell's the matter with you? All you care about is just showing me up.
That cuts both ways, doesn't it? I'm always going to be one step ahead of you, Danzig.
That's exactly where I want you, Kazmarek. Easier to kick.
Games must win.
What was that all about?
Kazmarek and I were just butting heads.
Who won?
I think the students won.
You about ready to go? We don't want to be late. Josh is having a girl to dinner tonight.
Another one? I'm tired of meeting all these girls. Why does he marry one of them?
I asked him that. He said he's having too much fun.
You're gonna have fun if you're married.
We're living examples of that, aren't we, dear?
I remember when Suzanne was 3, she gave herself a haircut.
Yeah, she looked like a chicken. Had to make her wear a hat for weeks. You remember how we thought Josh would never start talking? And when he did, we thought he'd never stop.
Yeah. We're not kids anymore. I'm 57 years old.
46. Joe, I don't know if I can live through the terrible twos.
What about the terrible teens?
Let's go. I'm gonna get stuck in rush hour.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I know what I'd do if it was 20 years ago. I don't know what to do now.
You're gonna have to change it or you can't come back to my class.
I ain't changing it.
Okay.
What you did last night was dumb. I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. You listening to me, Reese?
Talk to the lady. She's the one that left the keys for me.
The lady is a teacher. The lady is Miss Newhouse to you. You're a student, got it?
Why are you telling me this instead of her?
I'm trying to give you a chance here.
Oh, how come? You never gave me no chance before?
Yeah, well, maybe I should have.
Oh, I see what's happening here. You're jealous. You can't stand it because she likes me. No, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm some kid who's out of line. Well, I ain't a kid. I've been around plenty.
I'm losing my patience with you. I'm trying to give you a break here. You don't even know it. What you did could be considered a felony. We could get the police in here. We could get your father in here.
And tell him what? Did she left her keys for me?
Oh, come off it, Johnny.
No, you come off it. I gotta go to work.
You're not going anyplace until I say so.
Get your hands off of me.
Well, if she didn't sleep here last night, where could she be?
Now, don't lose hope. Maybe she'll come back.
Somehow, I don't think so.
You can't tell. 4, 5, 6 months go by, you may see her again.
Sure. You think maybe we made a wrong call?
Was never our call to make.
I wonder.
And what about you? Are you coming back?
I really don't know.
I died and came back. Dying was the most wonderful thing I ever did. Tell him, June.
She's down the hall in the cafeteria.
Oh, the poor thing.
You ought to get some sleep now. You've had quite a day.
Yeah, whoa. I understand everything. I know the secrets of the universe.
You do? What are they?
Look, don't encourage this thing.
No. I want to hear this. What about the universe? Does it come to an end? Are there walls? Is it shaped like an egg? What?
Words can't describe it. It's a feeling, an awareness. It's a knowledge. It's knowing all the answers without having to ask questions. It's truth.
Truth?
Of course. Jack, the anesthesia raised the level of carbon dioxide in your brain, which can cause hallucinations.
You're saying I was dreaming? It's nothing like dreaming.
Also, at the moment of death, the brain releases endorphins. That's a pain-killing chemical which brings on feelings of peace and floating.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How does he know? He wasn't there. You were.
Our lunch hour's just about up. Litman.
What?
You wait for me outside?
Hey, we'll talk more about this.
Jack, I'm telling you this because I don't want you to be let down when you get back to yourself.
You're right. You're right. Would you mind leaving me alone right now? I feel a little tired. Gus, it wasn't a dream.
Hey, Harry, Mr. Danzig wants to see you.
Yeah.
Now, I think.
Mind if I punch in? Looks like you got trouble, buddy. Don't worry. Got your stapler ready. What are you talking about? What's he talking about?
I think you better go in.
What's going on?
What time did you leave here yesterday, Harry?
About 5:30. What happened to you?
Don't you know?
Harry, he's trying
Hold
to...
it, Sarah. You were here with Johnny?
Yeah? You don't think I had anything to do with that?
He says you did.
He's lying.
That true, Harry?
It's my word against his.
You'll get your chance.
Am I supposed to take this seriously?
I'm afraid so, Harry. Very seriously.
Body of Christ.
Why did you call me? I missed you, Mom.
Up next in TV Land, LA's heroic paramedics come to the rescue on Emergency from executive producer Jack Webb. You're correct. Stay tuned.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.